I've been doing a lot of content on boxing lately because that shit keeps me grounded. You know, just my own experience. Being a dad is the best thing that's ever happened to me. You know what I love to do? I just love to cook for my children. I love to go out places with them, take walks with them, go to parks and shit, play basketball, go out, eat at nice places. I never would have imagined that I would be living under a different roof than my children. But it has happened, and it's fucking traumatic. It's crazy. My oldest son, 17 years old, got his first job, got him a little girlfriend, got friends. He's doing well for himself. And, because of his work, I don't see him as much as I want. Because on the weekends that I have him, because he's a child, he's a kid, his main work is on the weekend. That's where he can get his most money legally, is on the weekend. So I definitely get that. That was me at one point. I had a single mom as well. And now that I'm thinking back at it, I wonder if my father, because my father he's in my life as well. Like, it wasn't that he wasn't there. It's just that over the years I had learned this pattern that he would have. And then today something clicked to me. People with discernment, they spot patterns immediately. And if it's something that's in regard to really doing hurt to another human being, if it's done to you, it becomes a crazy thing, because initially you try to fix it. I'm hearing all these damn birds out here. That's crazy. Shit kind of reminds me about the day before COVID. That's a whole nother story for another day. Anybody that want to hear about that shit, feel free to holler at me. Get in my comments and tell me something. But I don't know if my father felt urges to just be there for me the way that I feel urges to be there for them. Like, did it hurt my dad that I was away from him? Like, did he ever feel like in his mind he wanted to just come get me? Like, I remember this argument that he was having with my mom. Just overheard it on the phone. And my mom was just like, because I was going through some shit at school, I was just like being like more than what she felt like she could handle. Like, I was just being, and I wasn't really that bad, but I didn't have a large margin for error, because my mom was like, she cared about me to the point of like she know racism, and she knew the world that I would be entering, and she wanted to make sure that I was a man and could take care of myself when I was out here. So things that I would do as a child and a young teenager, like just get fucked up grades. Like, listen, like this is nothing that today's parents would even overly stress about or get this crazy over. But, I wasn't doing that great in school. I wasn't really interested in it. I hated school. It was a challenge for me to do that shit. And maybe there could be something that ain't never been diagnosed that's wrong with me. But anyway, when I needed to have that shit done, it got done. So my mom would get a fucking progress report with a D on it. And shit. That first weekend, especially that first weekend after she got it, because I would always get progress reports on Fridays because my mom was just a savage about that kind of shit. She was just like a savage about that shit. I had to get fucking weekly fucking progress reports. But I would get these fucked up grades. Like, say for instance, it was a D. Then there was another time when I got an F. But I tried to fucking curve the fucking letter with the ink pen and make that shit a B. And she knew that shit immediately. She was mad as a motherfucker. She grounded me like for the whole weekend. And she was like, yo, you can't do nothing. Now, it wasn't even the weekend. She said, you can't do nothing until you pick this grade up. But the way that I just said it, like with a little bit of comedy and with a little bit of love, she was saying that with vengeance. Like, yo, motherfucker. So that would just be a lot more on me. But anyway, I understand that all she wanted was for me to probably not be in a bad situation in the street, which I grew up in Oakland, California, so that was her main thing. She wanted me to stay out of the street. She wanted me to have my grades together. And when we had our worst clashes is during those periods when that wasn't happening. But I wonder if my father looked after me and wanted to come for me the way that I want to go and get my kids. And, if there's any part in his heart that agonizes about being away from your kids and agonizes about their environment, agonizing about just them. Like, fuck, I used to be able to wake up and see my kids. Them little motherfuckers used to wake me up. It's just fucking crazy. There's no way my mother could have known that this type of a situation would inflict me the way that it's inflict me. But this is worse than I ever could imagine. There's some days I do good. And boxing is my first love. So getting into boxing, and particularly the shit from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, that grounds my spirit. I don't know why, but it just does. My dad is the one that put me on the boxing. And after I got older, in my 20s and 30s, we'd have in-depth conversations about boxing. His favorite fighter was Joe Louis. My dad was born in 1929. He's an older dude. His hero was Joe Louis for obvious reasons. And then for me, in my generation, it was Sugar Ray Leonard. But letting my kids go this weekend, it just like, I'm fine with it to a degree, but then I started running into a lot of narcissistic content and people, hurt men, and it just kind of made me feel that way as well. And I need a lot of money.